Senator Bill Cassidy is here. Senator Cassidy was in the room for President Zelensky's address this morning. Welcome to the show, Senator Cassidy.
Hey, thank you, Kennedy. Good to be with you.
So how did you and your colleagues take the speech?
Oh, my gosh. How could you not be moved? They would show a park with children playing, and then they would show you the park with the same exact scene, except now it's blown apart by a bomb. And then they would show you a child. I'm a physician, so I've actually seen this in my past life, but never so in war. And they'd show you the picture of the child bloodied with the doctor doing CPR or with a nasogastric tube or some sort of endotracheal tube helping the child breathe. They showed the picture of the pregnant woman being evacuated. And then they showed the picture of her child being born. And of course, we know that she later died.
As did her child.
Incredibly poignant, incredibly dramatic. And when he said, oh, they're killing our people, they are destroying our cities, but most of all, think about this, killing our people, destroying our cities, but most of all, they're trying to take away our freedom. That was like, wow. This is a people committed to living free. Needless to say, it made an impact.
It did, and I know that it has, but obviously, as a legislator, as a senator, you have to do a cost-benefit analysis. And a lot of people from both parties, you know, I know there is a split in Congress about a no-fly zone, and what is happening there is tragic. It's awful. And it does appeal to our emotions and our desire to help them be free. However, you know, if we do get involved and shoot down Russian planes, is it worth 10 million dead Americans?
So first, you can help them defend their skies without committing American pilots. First, SAM 300s, they're anti-aircraft that were originally made by the Soviets that are in old Warsaw Pact nations. Those can be transferred. The drones from the Turkish drones they're using, granted it's not going to shoot down other planes, but the Turkish drones they're using do give them air support against the armored columns coming against them.
Are those the kamikaze drones that are inexpensive to manufacture and blow up when they reach their destination?
They have been effective. And as the Russians attempt to mass troops for an assault, if you kamikaze right in the middle of those troops, that obviously is going to have an impact. Now, as regards the MiGs, you know, in the Vietnam War, the Russians brought MiGs to the North Vietnamese, trained them, and the North Vietnamese used them against us. So there's actually a precedent that great powers can contribute airplanes, jets, to proxy, if you will, and that's not considered an escalation. So if the Ukrainians happened to go to Poland for a test flight and kept on going, you know, I think as far as I'm concerned, that should be, hey, wish you'd brought it back, but you didn't, so more power to you. So we can help them control their own air.
Senator, with all due respect, I don't think that I would look to the lessons of Vietnam as any sort of template for success. And I would certainly ask the 2 million dead North Vietnamese civilians how that went for them with proxy involvement from China and the Soviet Union at the time. But what I think we will find common ground on, and where there should be a bigger push, is the legislation that you are putting forth, and that is an Operation Warp Speed for energy. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so obviously you've got to go after the Russian economy. But if you look particularly at Europe, but to an extent the United States, we are vulnerable to the shut-off of Russian commodities coming to our countries. I've been told that the average German family may pay 5,000 to 6,000 more euros, maybe 7,000 to 8,000 more dollars next year for energy. And they may have whole industrial sectors shut down because they can't afford the price of oil and gas. We need to supply them and ourselves to lower our cost, but to support our allies. Now, we've got all these regulatory agencies, and each one can, you know, stop a permit from going forward, and this one can stop it. They finally pass it, but then that one stops it. We need to do what we did with the vaccine. everybody in the room. You don't leave until you figure out what's wrong, you fix it, and you keep on going.
Yes, and get the federal government out of the way so we can actually get something done, because all those agencies have been such enormous impediments to energy independence, which is what we need. And not only that, you're absolutely right. We need to sell that LNG to places like Germany, and Germany needs to be much more involved with Ukraine than the United States. That's like if Mexico invaded Guatemala, would we expect the Germans to come over and broker peace? I don't think so. I think that your heart is in the right place, especially when it comes to energy. And I hope your legislation moves forward and that Operation Warp Speed works wonders here the way it did for vaccine approval. Senator Cassidy, thank you so much.